Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I will give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. Starting off with the 144,000, which will be the ruling governing body in the kingdom of heaven. And we got the rest of the elect, which would be 1/3 here in America. 2/3 of our people will be destroyed here in America. A lot of the 1/3 will be believers, so it should be some men, women, and children that will be saved on this side. You got some of our people that will be saved that are scattered abroad to and destroyed. 2/3 and 1/3 is mainly talking about here in America. I also want to say the Israelites are who you call today so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Jamaican, Haitian, Guatemala to Panamanians. Those are the Israelites, always have been, always will be, contrary to the popular belief of what we've been taught. The Lord is waking up his people in these latter days, the elect mainly, but most of Jake will hear this word in these latter days before we get up out of here. This is your brother YASHAMIAHLA coming back at y'all another lesson from End Time Headlines. It says hundreds of ballots burned after Vancouver ballot box set on fire from arson. The first scripture that popped up in my head was, this place is divided, and I'm gonna get that in Mark 3. If you people are divided, you can't work together. If you can't work together, everything goes to shit. And that's what this place is headed to. It's all prophecy. It's all written. The Lord is not, with America. The Lord is not with everybody coming together, man. And I'm going to get some scriptures to prove that. But first, I'm going to get Mark 3 in verse 24. It says, "And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand." Right. And I'm going to get verse 25. It pretty much says the same thing. But it says, "And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand." You see? And this ain't the first time I done seen an article where they said they were burning, ballots, and they was blocking, in certain states people from voting for Trump and Kamala. I think it was Trump mainly. But really, your votes really don't count. I remember learning that before I even came into the truth about I think it's called the Electoral College. Presidents aren't elected, they're selected. There's a difference. These elites, they handpick who they want to be in office, and the presidents, they're just a puppet. They follow, the elites' agendas, plans, because they promise you all these different things that they're going to do, but they don't even go through with it. All these so-called presidents, they all have an agenda. They all have a plan they got to follow. If they don't follow it, hey, they're going to get knocked off, but they follow it. They're not even going to be, on the stage or in the running if they're not going to do what the elites say. That the elites don't play that. These Edomites don't play that. So it might sound like they're for the people and, they're going to make everything better. That's just the front. Like Donald Trump, he's a really, you listen to him, he sounds like he's, sincere and he's doing things for the heart. Like this nigga was working at McDonald's. Man, if you really serious about, if you a Jake and you really serious about, doing better for our people, you ain't gonna be voting in the first place because neither one of them is for your betterment. Neither party, ain't nothing changed since we've been over here. No matter who's been president, because they all got an agenda they gotta follow. The scriptures say in Micah 2:10. I wasn't planning on getting this, but I just thought about getting this. Micah 2:10, and let me read it. Here we go. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." And that's not talking about physically, but it's talking about it spiritually. Spiritual thing. Don't believe in it. Don't believe in this system. Don't believe in their ways, their philosophies. It says because it is polluted, right? It shall destroy you even with their sword destruction, right? If you follow this man and you listen to him and you trust in him, it's gonna get you destroyed. Because these people don't have no good plans for you, Jake. They don't care about their own people. So how much more you? And it's gonna show itself. It's been showing itself all this time. They promise you all these different things they're gonna do, and they turn around and do the opposite. This man Trump talking about, I think I didn't heard him say he gonna deport illegals and all this, but There's also video. I'm not gonna look it up, but there's also a video of him talking about bringing back firing squads. What do you call them? Guillotines. You know, uh, different forms of execution. All this gonna come. Jacob's trouble has to play out. Even Kamala. Whatever she's planning on doing. It's all an agenda. So it don't matter. Either way, this country is going to be destroyed, and this chaos is going to follow, no matter who gets in the office. And this place is too divided. There's no coming back to normal. There's no coming back to, there's no letting bygones be bygones. There's no coming to agreement. There's no none of that. A straight confusion, straight anarchy ready to come. Let me get Isaiah 19, and I think it's, let me see, 19 and 2, it says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians," which these Egyptians are these Babylonians, these Edomites. It says, "And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt, which Egypt is America, shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to wizards." Right, and people literally do that. They seek to witches. Which, what does the scripture say about witches? They supposed to be put to death. But we live in a kingdom to where they're promoted, they're uplifted, they're put on pedestals. It's not just about somebody getting a pot and throwing some chemicals and mixing it, and then they ride on the broomstick. No, man, anybody that's against the word of the Lord, which is most of these people that's on this planet, that are in America, they're witches. They're gonna be put to death. But all of them are seeking to, they're seeking to have this place go on and be progressed, and that's not how the Lord is gonna operate. There might not even be an election, because this might be Esau's plan. He got to have the chaos happen, in order to bring forth his order. You got all these different fires, and don't forget, you got Trump got shot at like 2 times. I think might have been 3 times. Allegedly at least. So there's been a lot of things, surrounding this election. This whole, last couple of months, a lot of things been happening. And it's not by coincidence. It's all the Lord's plan. Chaos will follow. Chaos will happen. It is written. And when all hell finally break loose, if they don't have an election, hey, it ain't gonna be good, man. I mean, there's no nice way to say that. There's no nice way. Let me get Isaiah, or not Isaiah, Isaiah, 2nd Edges 15 and verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world, him at the world therein," which woe means death and destruction, right? And it says, "For the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of the ashes shall stand in their power." So these people go buck well, and they're going to do what they do. They're not going to care about what these leaders is going to say. The fact that they're already burning the ballot boxes, what you think is going to happen when, you got Trump gets into power? All these Edomites, they already got their pride on them. Or if Kamala get in, they definitely going to go buck wild. Either way, like I said, it's going to get tragic out here, man. It's going to get real, real bad. It says, "A man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able," right? Which that's martial law. You ain't going to be able to go from this place to that place. Verse 18, it says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." Right? Big, strong men that go to the gym, they're going to be afraid. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, no mercy." He's not going to care about, if you're an old lady, you a young woman, you a child, you an elderly man. They're not going to give a damn about that. It says, "But shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread for great tribulation." So, hey, the famine is coming, right? Which famine doesn't mean there's no food. It just means there's a lack thereof, right? And for great tribulation, man. A lot of things is happening, right? It's getting colder and colder, And there's supposed to be, this is kind of like another topic for another video, but they're supposed to be letting a lot more illegals come in. So, it's all set up now. You know, it's all set up. They can have something pop off, you know, on that day. You know, and this is just totally shut down the election from even happening. You know, and that something might change forever. You know, who knows, man? We gonna see. I think it's supposed to be in the next week or so. You know, we gonna see, man. Ain't no good coming up out of this. You know, either way. You know, nothing might not pop off, but still, evil days are ahead. You know, so that's why we got to be circumspect, and we got to pay attention to what time is we in. You know, all empires rise and fall. You know, and now is the time for this empire, America, to fall. You know, and this is proof of it. The fact that people are destroying stuff. You got people, you know, religiously vandalizing stuff and just going around destroying stuff. These people, they're out of control, man. You know, Esau's gonna have to bring out that order. You know, which we're happy, we're rejoicing. You know, but we know you're gonna have some Jakes involved in some shit like this. Those are 2/3. You know, that just reminds me of 2020 where they was having all those, you know, marches because of, you know, what's that girl named Breonna Taylor that died, and George Floyd, where they was vandalizing stuff. And, you know, a lot of them was agent provocateurs. They was paid to do it, but Jake was involved in it too, because Jake don't know nobody. You know, 2/3 at least. They're the scriptures calls them sheep that are led to the slaughter. But you got a lot of Jakes that's gonna be, you know, caught up in this because they trust in this system. And we don't feel sorry for you. You gonna get what's handed to you. You know, we're not gonna be caught up in this. We ain't voting. That's against the Lord, man. We ain't supposed to set up, you know, a ruler over you that's not even your people, or you ain't supposed to trust in the system either. You know, you see it collapsing and you see it going down, you gonna go down with it. You know, so I just want to do a quick video, man. You know, this is not by coincidence. You know, chaos is about to happen, man. Ain't no good coming up out of this, no matter who gets in office, man. You know, if there even is an election, something's about to pop off. You know, real soon. That's gonna change everything. So, you know, I hope this video is edifying. You know, I'm gonna close out. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, YASHAMIAHLA, by Shimmer Kakwadash. Shalom till next time. Water bubble ball. Shalom.